beg you are muted because you are fine. You are actually helping Costanza. So that's why I can mute you.
All right. Am I muted?
No, you're
I
not.
got
Um,
Oh, sweet. All right, everybody. We got YouTube going. We're out here. We're in the park. Here comes Sandy right now. Karen and Sophie are co-hosting today, which is super helpful for me because I'm not anywhere near a keyboard, everybody. In fact, I'm getting to do something that I never really ever get to do, and that's wear a green shirt. Normally, remember, if I'm wearing a green shirt, I would just disappear because we were always doing the green screen. But today, I'm still finishing up doing all my moving and stuff, and I'm back here in Carlsbad, and I'm at the Eucalyptus Park. Now, this is the same Eucalyptus Park that we were at when we did the Indiana Jones Halloween workout, and I'll show everybody around real quick, and then let's have a little bit of water, and then we'll get our workout started with our warm-up exercises. I'm also going to do maybe 2 or 3 park exercises. And then I'm going to leave it up to everybody here that if you all want to go for a walk through the forest, we can do that too. Maybe near the end of the workout, we can go for like a little hike through the forest and just go explore a little bit. So let me show you around where we
that
are.
sounds really good.
Nice. I like that. I like it. Over there, we have like a kids park. This is someplace that Sophia, she's gone over there and played before, and there's swings and kind of an exercise station. And remember, folks, those exercise stations like that with the slide and all of that stuff, if there aren't kids playing on those exercise equipment pieces, a lot of times you can use those for workouts. So you can do all kinds of exercises to build your strength and your quickness and have fun with nature. So those are kind of neat. And then all around here are the eucalyptus trees. Look how tall they are. I mean, that tree, that might be 60, 70 feet tall. Big eucalyptus trees. And they planted all these trees here to use them to build the railroads, to have to do the railroads. And they found out that eucalyptus trees are not good for railroads. So then they had all these trees and they're like, well, what do we do with them? And they said, well, let's make them into a park. And so we have a park here. And over here, you can see the lagoon. There's a lagoon right there. And that lagoon is a freshwater lagoon. And then it actually ends up in the ocean. And over there, you can see cars driving by. And those cars way out there, those are cars on the 5 interstate. So if you've ever been in a car on the 5, that's the road that you were on. You were driving right here by this park. So let's go ahead and get this set up. We got the breathing motto coming up. I think Nick's doing it because Nick was saying something about the breathing motto. So it could be Nick. If he was doing a reminder, then that's a guarantee that he then gets to do it. I love the breathing motto. Everybody remember, we want to focus on breathing in oxygen, breathing out the carbon dioxide. Guess what the trees do? All these trees, they're going to breathe in that carbon dioxide. And you know what? They're going to breathe out oxygen. I breathe in the oxygen. I breathe out carbon dioxide. The tree breathes in carbon dioxide and breathes out oxygen. It's like humans and trees. We're like best friends, everybody. We need each other. Nick, go ahead and take it away.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. And breathe out the bad. Breathe in your bed. And breathe out the wood. And breathe in my bowel. Do it with my good eye. Doing the good forward. Good done.
Nice job, Nick. All right, Nick's thinking about his strength test goals. Caitlin just joined us, everybody. Hey, Caitlin's in the house. Everybody, we got a great group on here today. And like I mentioned, we have Sophie and Karen helping us out today. So that is pretty awesome. I'm here at a picnic table at the park. And so again, I could be further back here. Maybe I'll sit a little bit closer. Oh yeah, is this a good spot? It's hard to tell because of the sunlight. The sun is
Yeah,
right
you are
overhead.
good.
Okay, let's have some water, everybody. Let's make sure we're drinking water. The other thing that I have to be thoughtful about is you can see my shirt. It's the wind is blowing here and it's blowing from right to left, which means I have to keep my microphone, which is right here. I got to try to keep it out of the wind. So let's have a little bit of water and then we're going to go ahead and get our head and neck moving around. If you're sitting down like I am right now, we're going to want to, if we can, we're going to want to try to kind of engage our core muscles here and kind of be like a, tall. Even though we're sitting down, we're still kind of tall. It might just be a little bit, but it's going to be something that you're going to feel. Let's go ahead and start with our classic moves. So let's go right and left, and let's do each one of those. And so let's go for 10. Let's do the classic 10 reps. So we're going to go right side, and then maybe breathe in when you go one way, and then breathe out when you go the other way. So we're breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Just that wind right there, you can hear it. All right, now let's go ahead and go down and up. So again, you can see I could sit like this and I could kind of sit, like I'm lounging, but we're getting a workout going. So we want to engage muscles during the workout. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall and we're going to go with the chin down. And then we're going to bring that chin up, bringing that nose up. I'm looking right up at some really big trees here going down. And you can also breathe with this. Maybe breathe out, up, breathe in, chin down, breathe out, chin up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 2 more. Down and up. Nice job. All right, let's go ahead and do a shape. And I'm thinking for this shape, let's go ahead. Well, I hope the wind doesn't blow my phone down. If at any time during this workout you end up feeling like you're falling and then you're looking either at rocks or you're looking at the sky, that's okay. You haven't fallen down. It's just my phone. And if a big gust of wind comes, that could happen. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do a shape with our head and neck. And I'm thinking, I really want to do the letter S. Let's go ahead and do the letter S. We've done some straight lines. Let's go ahead and do S's, and then we're going to do like a backwards S. So let's go ahead and just see what I'm talking about, almost like a figure 8. So we're going to go up. We're going to go all the way around. We're going to come across the middle. We're going to then bring our chin down, and then we're going to come up this side. We're going to now come across the middle. And now we're back up to where we started. So does everybody see how that's kind of a figure 8? It's 2 S's and they're linked together. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do some figure 8s with our head and neck, bringing it down, across the bottom, up, across the middle, up, and across the top. Going down again, across the bottom, down this way. Here we go, back to the middle. And if you close your eyes, you might be able to, again, kind of imagine you're looking at a great big number 8, and you're just kind of tracing it out, or you're maybe looking at each part of that number. And let's go ahead and reverse it after this one. So we're going down, across, down, the bottom, going up, across, all the way to the top. And then let's reverse it for maybe 2 more. So now I'm doing a backwards S. Coming up, going across the middle, going up around the top. Let's go 1 more of these, everybody. This one you really got to think about. If you try to do it without thinking about it, it definitely won't get you the shape. Nice. The shape that you're looking for. Again, that one's kind of tough. We had to kind of move our head and neck around, but we want to think again about this whole structure of our body, this area between our head and our shoulders, and all the great ways that it can move. So side to side, yes. Up and down, yeah, we can do that. We can also kind of move in like a flowy pattern, which we just did with the figure eight. We can also move it forwards and backwards. So that's our giraffe neck, turtleneck. So let's do that. And then, you know, I love combining it with the ear lift. We can also move our neck up. So what do I mean by moving my neck up? It doesn't mean I'm lifting my head up. It's the ear lift. It's my ear. It's my neck actually going longer. And so we can do that with our neck. We can't do that with necessarily our like arm. If I extend my arm out, that's as far as it goes. But with my neck, I can kind of extend it up a little bit more than that natural position. So again, kind of some neat stuff. Let's put together the combo. Let's start with 3, 2, 1. Let's go turtleneck, turtleneck, holding that neck in. Let's go giraffe neck, reaching out with our neck. Let's go ear lift, like I'm listening to the birds in the trees. There's a bird up there. It's chirping away. And then let's go the other ear lift. And I can really hear that bird chirping away. And I can feel this through my shoulder here. All right, let's go ahead back to turtleneck. So turtleneck, I got my chin going back. Let's go giraffe neck, reaching out. Let's go up, up, up with the ear lift. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. And again, we're going up with the ear lift. Let's go one more time with the combo of 3. So we're going to go turtleneck, giraffe neck, ear lift, and ear lift. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice. Let's have a sip of water, everybody. I have some water here. This looks neat. It's got a cool blue kind of bottle to it here. Alkaline water. That has to do with the pH level of the water. And that's something that, especially for some folks, the pH level of your water can be important. It can be something you want to pay attention to. You don't want your water to be too alkaline or too acidic, like lemon juice. That's kind of something that's acidic. All right, let's go ahead and get into our shoulders. And, you know, I'm wondering, Nick, could you even guess how many trees there are in this forest? I mean, does anybody have any idea how many trees might be in this? I'm thinking there might be 10,000 trees, but I don't know. And that gets my shoulders going up. Nick's not sure either. We don't know. You know what? Maybe if we go on a hike, we can count them out a little bit. So let's go ahead and bring those shoulders up and down, doing the I don't know kind of motion. And again, we're just lifting them up, bringing them down. My neck's not doing anything at all now. It's just holding my head. I'm looking straight at that tree in front of me. And so there's a tree in front of me, and I'm looking right at it, bringing my shoulders up and down. Let's go ahead and just go with one side up. So one side up and down. Let's do maybe 5 like that. So again, I'm just lifting. It looks like my arm's lifted up, but even if my arm's down this way, it doesn't matter because I'm doing the work here in my trapezius. Now I have a little bit of an arm obstruction here with this desk, but I can still kind of have it down, or with this picnic table. And again, I'm just kind of lifting that shoulder up. If I bend my elbow, I have a little bit more space in there. And so again, if you have to modify a little bit because of your position, that's okay, going up and down. Now let's go ahead and let's try doing alternating. So alternating, we're gonna go 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down, 1 up. There we go, just like that. You can even breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in, like there you go. So I'm breathing in with the right, breathing out with the left. Or you could breathe both the up and then out when you go down. So you could. So see, there's kind of different ways you can work your breathing into the movement. Now let's do the reciprocating. So we're going to have 1 up, and then they're going to switch 1 up, 1 down. And this one's a little tough. And again, if you want to do breathing with it, you can. Two more. Oh, that one's a little tough, especially if you're trying to really focus on the breathing. It takes a few repetitions before you get the pattern together, and that's okay. A lot of exercises it's going to take a little bit to get that pattern going. So we got our neck moving. We had our shoulders moving. Let's go ahead and get kind of, again, the deltoid and maybe the pecs and our upper back and those muscles going. So let's do Carrie's bear hug with the crocodile mouth and then the side to side. So when I go side to side, again, I'm going to have a little bit of kind of like an arm rest here. And so you're going to see me do just a little bit of a different lean because of this right here. If that's your situation too, that's okay. We just want to get our spine kind of moving around with this one. So let's go elbows back. So I got the elbows back, and we'll hold each position maybe a second or two. We'll go arms across. We'll go one side tipping. We'll go to the other side tipping. And then we're going to open up going one, and then we're going to do two with the alligator chop. So we go back, we go across. I'm going to go side to side, and then go an alligator one, alligator two. Bringing them back, bringing it across, going to side to the other side, back into the middle, going one and two. Let's do about three more of these. Going across, going side to side, and then going up and up like that, and then two more back. Across, going side. What happened there? There's something right there, but I don't know what it was. Oh, somebody's calling me. That's what happened. All right, there we go. Remember, when somebody calls my phone, it interrupts the workout, which is silly, but that's just how it is. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's go one more on Carrie's bear hug because it froze up when somebody tried to interrupt our workout. You know, when I'm doing a workout, normally I don't stop to answer the phone. They can wait more than likely, and that'll be just fine. If it's important, they'll call back, right? Let's go ahead and bring them back. Let's go across, probably a spammer. Let's go side to side. We should have answered it and invite them along. Here we go, one and two. We are going to do that. We're going to have one day, we're going to have a spammer, and they're going to call up, and we're going to see if we can talk them into maybe doing a little workout there in their little spammer call center.
Yeah,
So that'd be great. Let's have a sip of
I
water.
think you have to be on a computer so we can hear you and get yours.
Right? We could have them do an exercise, strengthen their hands and wrists. We can talk to them about the importance of if you're using a computer, you got to make sure your neck. We could try to get them doing turtlenecks and stuff like that. Next thing you know, the spammer, he's going to be all in great shape, and they're going to be joining us maybe in the workout. Wouldn't that be funny? All right, let's go ahead and let's get our shoulders going a little bit more. And because of this armrest here, it's going to limit a few of my options. So what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to go ahead and bring my arms out to the side. And for this one, I'm just going to do an up and down lift. So this is like a flying bird style. It's different from the shoulder circle, but this is something that I can do where I can bring my hand down and keep that shoulder up. And again, I'm trying to kind of keep them both in the same height at the same time. So both arms going up and down. Let's do that about 5 more of these where we're just doing a double arm lift. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, both arms going, and 5. Nice. So I'm feeling that now in my deltoids and my trapezius. Now let's go with just one arm. The other arm can just sit wherever. And so one arm just going up and down off to the side. And so we're just kind of lifting up and down. Your other arm can just hang out. It's not enough to do anything right now. You're going to focus on this side. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. And then we'll go to the other arm. So now we're going to go over to the other side. We're going to go for about 5 of these. Just bringing this arm up and down. Again, kind of working again our deltoid and our trapezius. Let's go 1 more of these. All right. Now let's go ahead and do, I got to move my water. Let's go ahead and do an alternating. So we'll go 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. And you've noticed the last few workouts, we've talked a lot about alternating reps, reciprocating reps, doing individual reps. And so again, it's good to have an understanding of the different styles of repetition that you can do for your muscles. Some exercises you just do 1 rep, like when Nick does the planks. Let's keep alternating. Let's go one more and then one more on this side. Woo-wee. You're going to probably be feeling that. Remember, that's your deltoid and your trapezius. That's where you're going to be feeling this the most. Last one, let's go ahead and reciprocate. So one will go up, one will go down. Let's bring them both out to the side. You can decide. And now I'm not tipping my body. This is all happening in my shoulders. So I just got one arm up, one arm down. One arm up, one arm down, just like that. One up, one down. And now it almost kind of looks like windmill, like a windmill style. But again, this is all happening in my shoulders. My core is just kind of being strong and stable. It's not moving from side to side. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. So now we're feeling a lot of that in our deltoids, and that's good. That's where we want to be feeling things. Let's go ahead and stick with our arms and our shoulders. And for this next exercise, I'm going to do this sitting down. But if you were standing up, you can do this by reaching down towards the ground. And then you got to kind of pretend like you're picking something up to your chest. And then we're going to lift that imaginary object just kind of up and down. So this is kind of like the Statue of Liberty exercise. We're in a seated position. We're going to maybe rock forward, rock back, bring our arms in using that bicep curl, bringing those arms in, and then pushing all the way up. Nice. And bringing it down. Nice job, Sammy. So we're going down, then we're going to go forward, doing the hip hinge, up, 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 down, down, down. Nice. Up, up, up. And then when you bring your body down, watch how my shoulder, I'm not falling forward. I'm kind of keeping myself still up. So even though I'm going down, part of my mind is thinking upwards. And I'm hinging at the hips and I'm going down. So let's go ahead. Let's do 5 more of these. So we're going to go down to the ground, up, bicep curl brings it closer, overhead press lifts it up. Nice. We got Alicia coming in. We might be doing some martial arts here in a little while. I could be out here in the woods, maybe doing some martial arts amongst the trees. That would be kind of neat. This is a place where me and my buddy Landon, we like to come here and work out. And we do workouts where we work out at the picnic tables. We also work out using the trees. There's a lot of trees here that have been cut down. And so there's trees you can work on with balancing and moving around and all kinds of different exercises for the trees. Here we go, going up. Last one, going up and up. Nice. Down and down. Good job, everybody. Let's go ahead and just kind of move our fingers around. Just wiggling the fingers. Doing a little wiggling on the fingers. Nice. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Let's go ahead and push our thumbs together. So we're just going to kind of push, pushing our thumbs, pushing one thumb, pushing the other. You don't have to push too hard. Just imagine you're trying to maybe squish something. Index fingers. We're going to push index finger together. Let's go index finger and middle finger. So now we have 2 fingers pushing together. Now bring your ring finger, go 3 fingers pushing together. Now bring your pinkies in. So we're going to have, you have all 5 fingers. We're going to be pushing them all together. So pushing together, trying to maintain those fingertips. Keep going. And then I'm going to count down from 5, and we're going to go to our hands pushing against each other. So we'll change up. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now pushing with our hands. Going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can, reach overhead and push your hands together. So I'm squeezing a great squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then one time down in front of our body instead of up here. We're just going to squeeze 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now remember, when you do squeezes like that, you're going to be engaging your core muscles, also areas in your shoulder that are going to really transfer force from the arm into the core. So your core can handle a lot of that work. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water. It is nice out here, everybody. I'm close to the beach, so it's not too hot. That's important because they say a heat wave is coming. So you know what that means when the heat wave comes? We got to drink lots and lots of water. We want to stay in shady, cool areas, especially like right now during the middle of the day. And that's why for today's workout, I chose to be close to the water and in the shade. I think for the next few weeks, possibly, we're going to have some more of these kind of out in town, out in the different areas in the community kind of workouts. And then we're also going to have more workouts coming from North County. So from the North County Arc Center there, we love the Arc Center in North County in San Marcos. And so we can't wait to be up there. I know we're going to be having Nick's coming up. Chris Hill's coming up on Friday. We got a lot of really good stuff coming up our way. Let's have some water. Let's go to our core, everybody. You can feel the wind, or you can hear the wind. I can feel it. Let's go ahead and do an armpit squeeze. So we're going to do the armpit squeeze, and then we'll do something kind of like a little bit style. Let's do armpit squeeze, and then with one arm, we're going to try to go kind of down to the ground, almost like the coffee pot, and then we're that was the spammer. That was the spammer. There. Come on, spammers. You just get ready, you spammers. They must have like their lunch break. So at one, and they're like, you know what? We got to start spamming in the afternoon. Do you think spammers enjoy the food spam? That might be interesting. You know, I wonder if that's like at a spammer call center, if in the break room, they just have an unlimited supply of spam that they can eat. That'd be pretty interesting. All right, let's think about, so we're going armpit squeeze, coffee pot tip, and then we do an overhead reach. And so, they left me a voicemail too. All right, Zoom user, we don't know who they are. That's okay. They can hang out and work with us. Zoom user, if you're on here and your name is Zoom user and you want to change your name so you can put your name out there, you can do that for sure. And you can totally, again, you can join in the workout or you can watch along. You got lots of options. So we're going to go armpit squeeze, kind of a coffee pot or like a down reach. And then we're going to go with an overhead teapot reach. Then we're going to bring it in for the coffee pot reach. I'm going to go down to this side and I'm going to come up over my head. So let's go for 5 and 5 of that. So I'm going to squeeze armpit, double armpit squeeze. And then I got to go tip and then reach. Then I'm going to bring it in for a squeeze and then a tip to this side and then a reach. That's 1 and 1. Squeeze, tip, and reach, 2. Squeeze. Reach down to the side and overhead, 2. Squeezing again, armpit strong. Here we go. Down to the side, up over our head. Nice. Again, squeeze. And when you kind of squeeze, you kind of load things up so that when you reach, you might actually get even more reach through that armpit area there because you kind of got these muscles fired up. Squeeze, tip, and then reach. Oh, that was a good reach. That's 4. Here we go. Squeeze, tip or reach to the ground, and then reach up overhead. We got one more on each side to go. So we're squeezing it in, hold it in, squeeze, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Okay, now we can tip, and then now we can reach. Wow, again, that's what we're going for, is all this through here. Bringing it back down. Squeeze one more, and then tipping down, and then let's go up for the reach. Let's hold it up here. Get that nice big reach through our arm right here. We just fired up all these muscles. 3, 2, 1, bringing them down and relax. So everybody, nice job so far. We've had our neck getting a workout in. We've had our shoulders getting a workout in. We've had our arms moving, our wrists and our fingers. We're kind of getting our core going now. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water and let's do a core exercise that I'm going to use the picnic table for. We've done this one before, and this one could also get a little bit windy. So we might have the wind becomes a little bit of a factor on this. And if it does, we'll try to deal with that. Now, Nick and other folks who want to do this exercise, this is going to look a lot like a plank. And I'm going to be doing an elbow or shoulder tap with one hand. So I'm going to be holding myself up. If you're in a seated position, you could do something like this too, to where if you were at a table, you could kind of lean forward into the table, and then you're going to take off one hand and you're going to do a shoulder tap, but you're still going to be leaning forward. So you can see if I took both my hands out, I just kind of fall right down on the table, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to apply some pressure, and you're going to take one hand up, and you're just going to tap yourself on the shoulder. You could even do this with your hands on your legs, right? Lean down, and then I'm going to tap over and over. Again, if I move both my hands out, I fall down. So there's a little bit of pressure kind of involved with this one. I'm going to come around to this side of the table. It's going to get a little windy because the wind's going to hit my microphone, but maybe we'll catch it in between the wind. So let's go ahead and then Nick, get ready. Let's have Nick come up next for Nick. You can take us through a core exercises or a core combo. So again, I'm on my picnic table right here. I have my hands on the table. If I wanted to make this easier, I could come up a little bit right here. If I wanted to make it harder, I could come back. I could even bring my feet up. So now I'm kind of up here, like at a less of an angle. I'm more horizontal. So if I just go right here, and then the goal from this is just to bring up my hand and then just to tap it up on my shoulder. So I'm going to make it a little harder for myself. Here we go. And then I'm just going up and down just like this. So let's go it out. Let's count it out. We'll call that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So again, with an exercise like that, I'm kind of holding my body up, and then I'm trying to make sure that when I reach up, I'm applying pressure, and my core is going to have to fire up to kind of keep things from twisting. Now, the other side of this could be if I wanted to twist, I could put my body in this position here, and I could kind of reach under my arm. So I could go for a nice little twist through here to where I'm kind of reaching under, and I'm going under. And again, I'm having to hold myself up with one arm and then reach under this way. And so I'm going to work on my shoulder right here is going to get nice and stretched. And I'm going to get some mobility here through my spine, through my core. Let's do 5 of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let's have some water, everybody. Let's go ahead and bring up Nick. Let's let Nick do a couple core exercises with us. Again, Nick, if you want to do a combo or if you want to do a straight exercise for reps, that's your decision. But everybody, let's have some water. And then we got Nick up. I see him right there. And we'll get him unmuted. And Nick, go ahead and tell us what we're going to do and then show us how to do it.
We will do it.
Okay, so a core squeeze, twist reach, ground touch, double ground touch,
high knee, high elbow, and then they fight it in breath hold.
5-second breath hold. Are we going to do that for a couple times?
Yeah, we will do that day 10.
All right, let's go. So we got core squeeze. Count it out. Twist reach. You got to say the exercise for us.
1, 2, and 3. Do that 1, 2, and 3. High knee 1, 2, and 3. I have 1, 2, and 3, and breath over 5. Do it, do it, do and 1. Do that 3, 2, and 1. Honey, 1, 2, and 3. I have 1, 2, and 3, and breath over 5. We are doing more, everyone. Do it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. High knee. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and incredible. Oh, ever 1, 2, 3, and 4. Puedo. Do
How many
we?
more? Do another one for 5?
2 more, another one. Yeah.
2 more. 5 and 6. Let's do it.
3, 5, 40, 2 and 1. 5 and 5. 4 and 4. 3 and 3. 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. 1 and 1. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. 4 and 4 and 5 and 5 and this and this. Honey. 1 and 1. 2 and 2. 3, 3, 4 and 4 and 5 and 5. Ever 1 and 1. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. 4 and 4. 5 and 5. Incredible 5. One more. Do this.
One more.
3, 2 and 1. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Honey. 1 and 2. I have a 1 and 2 and incredible 10. And with that, what a boy, everyone.
Good job, Nick, man. That was really good. Everybody, Nick took us through a neat way of doing a combo. And we did a couple reps and then we did a little more and then we kind of kept adding up to it. And what some people in fitness will call that is they'll call that doing a pyramid. So you do a pyramid. Sometimes they'll do 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5. And then they'll go from 5 to 4, 3 to 2 to 1. So they do a pyramid with the repetitions. And it's a neat way of doing a workout because you kind of start off maybe with just doing a couple, and then near the middle, you get to maybe like a real high number. Maybe you finish off with just doing a couple, like what Nick did at the end there. We were just doing the 2 repetitions. So that'd be like the coming down the pyramid. And you can do a pyramid style of workout in a lot of different ways. I want to show something on the picnic table. I hope it's going to show up. This is an exercise that we already do on here, and my buddy Landon does it. I want to show just kind of a neat way how we do it. So I'm going to probably move it just a little bit up higher, and hopefully it won't fall down. So this is the clap and catch that we've all done before. And what I like to do with the clap and catch, let's see if it'll even work this way. Can I stand up right here? I can. And so what I want to do is I'm going to stand up. I have here a t-shirt. And what I'm going to do with the t-shirt is I'm going to throw it up into the wind, and I'm going to see if the wind will kind of blow it back to me a little bit. So it's different than the clap and catch. This would be kind of like the windy catch, and we're going to do it with a squat. Now, if you have something that you can throw up in the air and catch it, go ahead and grab that now. Let's go for about 20 of these. I'm going to go up, throw it into the wind, and then I let it kind of float back down to me. So I go up, throw this into the wind, and then I let it float down. So there's 2, 3, and it kind of makes like a parachute. Up 4, and it doesn't always come right back to you. Up 5, up 6. Nice job, everyone. Oh, that one came right in my face. 7, up 8, up, 9. And if you make it real big, let's see if I can catch some wind. Oh, 10. Look at that. That went over my head. We got 10 more. Here we go. Up, 11, up, 12. So you're throwing it kind of into the wind. And 13. And then it comes right back to you. Up, 14, up, whoa, 15, up, 16, up. Oh, there goes the wind. 17. Look at that one was over my head. Here we go. Here we got it. 17. We got 3 more. Up. 18. Up. 19. 1 more. Up. Oh, and 20. Nice job. So again, that's going to be the catch in the wind. Anytime you have kind of like a windy day going on, you can go out with an exercise towel, a t-shirt. You could probably do this with like a light material, but it probably wouldn't work with a tissue. It might, and you could try it out with a tissue. The tissue might fly away though. It might be tough with a tissue because the tissue might really take off and fly away from you. But remember, if you're at a park and it's windy and you're thinking, I want to do some exercises, doing that is going to work on your reaction timing. So it's going to work on how quickly you're able to see where that towel is flying in the air and then reach up and grab it before it flies behind you or hits the ground. So that's kind of the game with that one. You need there to be a little bit of wind going on for that game, but it's a super fun game. So let's go ahead and have a sip of water. Let's check the time. I know I mentioned, so I think it would be kind of neat if we wanted to. There we go. So if we wanted to, we could be
41.
okay, 141. So let's go ahead. We'll go on a little bit of a hike here in maybe about 5 minutes or so. Let's have a sip of water. Let's maybe do maybe another exercise, maybe with the picnic table, or maybe do an exercise using something around here at the park. And then we can kind of go for a hike and we can check out this place. And hopefully the signal will stay good and we won't have to worry about losing the signal. So let's go ahead and do another park bench exercise. There's so many that we can do. And the next one I want to do, you can do this one standing up or sitting down, but let's just do a couple of the push-ups where we're just going to go down and up from the table. And what I want us to think about is, again, just kind of maybe rocking forward at the hips, letting our body come down to where our chest kind of touches the table. Now, if you want to do this standing up, you could do this on a picnic table where you just bring your feet back this way and you're just going to lower down and kind of push yourself up away from the table. The key is to lower down properly. Let me show you what you don't want to do. Is you don't want to just do this. And you can see what I was doing there. Watch, let me show you again. This is not what you want to do, where it's just all in the shoulders and the elbows. What you want to do is let your whole body lower down and then push back up. So that's going to require your shoulder blades in the back, your rhomboid. It's going to require them to allow that. They're going to allow you to drop down. So let me show you again what you don't want to do from a seated position is just to do like a head bobbing. So if you can, you're going to hinge from the hips. We're going to go down and up. Let's go ahead and do 20 of these. So let's go. I'm going to go from the other side. I think we'll be able to see just a little bit better here. So again, if I'm sitting down right here, I'm going to put my hand. If this was kind of a narrow grip, that's going to be working my triceps. If I go with a kind of a wider grip, I'm going to be working my triceps and my chest and my shoulders right here. So let's go ahead and put hands on. Let's do 20 push-ups. So we're going to go 4. We're going to go 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, and the whole body comes down. 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up. You got to let your shoulder blades, let them drop you down. 9, 10, up. We got 10 more. 11, up. You're going to feel this in the middle of your back if you're doing it well. 13, up. 14, up. 15, up. 16, up. 17, up, 18, up, 19, up, and 20. Nice job, everybody. So again, if you did that well, you're going to be feeling that in your deltoid, your tricep, your chest, and then also in the middle of your back, because your rhomboid, they're going to be what's allowing you to kind of lower down, as opposed to doing it like this, which that's not really working out a lot of those muscles. It is working out some muscles, and you are working against gravity, but you want to have a nice, smooth lowering to the exercise. You want to be able to lower down under control and to have no problems at all with the deceleration. So we want to be thinking about decelerating. All right, I had all kinds of things that I grabbed here that I was going to prop up my phone with. So I'm going to put these things in my pocket. One of the things I brought was a deck of playing cards. So these are playing cards, you know, like the king and the queen and the ace and the jack. And I brought this piece of rock. I was like, well, maybe I'll prop up the phone and use this piece of rock. That didn't work. Also, I brought a tennis ball. I'm not sure what I was going to do with that. Probably nothing. And then I brought the shirt, which of course we did our exercise with the shirt. So I have these things here. I'm just going to kind of carry them along with me. And everybody, let's go ahead and go for a little bit of a walk here. And again, we're going to check out the park in the area that we are at. Again, we're at a place called Hosp Grove. So HOSP. That's how they spell Hosp. And again, this whole grove of trees is all eucalyptus trees. So you can see this big tree behind me right here. And look at that going all the way up there. These are great big trees, and there are a lot of them. We don't know how many there are. But let's go ahead and let's take a little bit of a hike. We're going to go up the trail over here, and let's just go see what we can find. We'll go kind of exploring a little bit. If you want to walk along or be like kind of walking in place, doing maybe like high knee steps, walking on your toes, maybe even just doing like toe steps, you can do that now and you'll be kind of moving along with me. So this is kind of neat right here. This is like a little river that they make so when it rains, it doesn't wash away the park. That's kind of cool. And let's go check this out, everybody. There's a little bridge over here. Let's go see what we can find. So if you wanted to be walking like me right now, you'd be doing a high knee kind of step because I'm going uphill. So I have to lift my knee to up the height that we're moving. And so each step I'm going up maybe about an inch or two. And so that'd be that high knee step that we practice. And look at it, there's like a little bridge. Let's go on the bridge. There's no water here, but if it was raining, you can imagine I'd be walking in the water right there. And here we are. Look at there's squirrels everywhere. Oh my gosh. I think they're chipmunks actually. Well, let's go this way. Let's check this trail out. And so you can see we're going uphill again. So do some high knee steps with me. And I'm doing it. I'm stepping up high with my knee to be moving up the hill. Oh, and look at this. This hill's just going to keep going up and up. And so we're going to keep going up and up too. Let's see what we can find up here. And if you ever go on a hiking trail, you're going to find that some trails are more accessible than others. And some trails are going to be more natural. So you're going to have trails that have been made, like man-made trails, and then trails that are made like animals. And sometimes humans follow those trails too. But oh my gosh, look at this. We are really going up a hill. And look over here about a tree. It looks like a huge tree branch has fallen down right here in front of us. Look at this. Wow, that's a big branch. So that's when, you want to be careful if you are swinging from the trees. We're still going uphill, everybody. So keep doing high knee steps. I'm doing high knee steps. All right, here we go. We're going up and up. We're still going up. Oh my gosh, we've come to a fork in the road. And I don't know. So everybody look over here. We've now climbed up all the way down from where those cars were. We were down at that level. And by doing those high knee steps, we were able to climb ourselves up here. We're about halfway up this hill. And look at that down there. Those cars way down there. We were down there. We're still going up. Should we go? I think we should keep going up, everybody. Let's go ahead and let's see what happens if we keep going up. So again, we got to do some big high knee steps because we have to pick our legs up and get them over these roots. Again, this is kind of a natural trail. We're walking on dirt and rock. There's some leaves. And look at this place, everybody. This is kind of magical looking. There's this big tree coming out of the ground, and look at the roots on this tree. This is why kind of going out in nature and things like this is why they're recommended and it's fun to do, is because when you're out there, you get to experience all kinds of, look at that, somebody did a little smiley face. That's not good. You don't want to draw on the trees, but it's still funny. But look at this. When you get out in nature, look at this tree right here. And check this out, everybody. All the dirt is gone. Let's go look at the roots of the tree. We don't get to see roots very often. Look at that. Wow. So all this used to be underground, and these are the roots of the tree. Now, you'd never see anything like this if you are just at home all day. You got to get out and you got to go exploring and find things. And look how neat that looks with the roots of the tree. You can see them all now because the dirt has washed away and it's just left these cool roots here. And this is something, and remember, I was talking about the trees. I really like the trees. Let's keep going up. What's going to happen when we get to the top of this hill? I'm not really sure. But we're going to keep going. We're going up. So high knee steps. Back into the high knee step. And again, once again, we're high knee stepping. We're almost to the top. Wow, everybody. Somebody made a rope swing up here. Look at, there's a rope hanging from that tree branch. Now that is dangerous. It's hard to see, but there's a rope right about there where my water bottle is. And we just saw a tree branch that had broken off. So remember, we were talking about if you're swinging from the trees, you got to be careful. Well, that's a good example. Somebody was swinging from that tree branch and they could break that tree branch. That's not good. All right, everybody, look at this. We're going up some steep stuff right here. So we got to be careful with our steps. Take a nice high knee step, kind of like how Nick does, where you're holding your knee up there for about a second. Oh my gosh, everybody, I think we made it to the top. All these plants. There's a lot of natural California kind of shrubbery and things, but the eucalyptus trees aren't natural. And oh my gosh, everybody, I think we found the end of the road. Look at this. We've come to a fence, and it looks like kind of a cliff right here. And there's the valley. And way out in the distance, this is kind of neat. Way out in the distance out there is the Pacific Ocean. So that's super cool, everybody, that we just hiked up to a point to where we can actually see the ocean from out of the forest. So that's pretty high up. And you can see we're taller up than some of these trees. And you can see that, the tops of those trees right there. Well, the tops of those trees, we were just down at the bottom of those trees. So that's pretty wild, everybody. Again, we're up here super high. You can hear the wind is blowing. This is pretty neat. We're going to come all the way here to the end of the road. This is the end of the road right here. This is kind of a neat spot. Look, everybody, there's a fence right here to keep you from going into somebody's house. But can you believe it? Somebody live right here and they have this cool jungle view. We got just a few minutes to go. Awesome. Thank you, Karen. But look at this, everybody. We just hiked up to one of the highest points here in the forest. We're up above the trees. And this is why a lot of those exercises, like the high knee step, this is why things when we're working on strengthening our legs and our core, all those exercises are going to be important when we're out here in nature. Also strengthening your hands and your arms and your shoulders too. You know, when you're hiking, sometimes there might become a moment where you need to use your hands to balance yourself or to maybe help you climb up something. And so if you have that strength and stability in your arms and in your shoulders, you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to use your hands and kind of move yourself along the terrain. And again, it's a lot of fun, everybody. You get to get out here and see all the neat things that nature has going on, you know, while we're at home. And nature's out here being nature and growing and changing. And it is super neat to be able to share this with everybody on here too, because I like being outdoors. I like being out in nature. And if you also like this kind of stuff, you got to make sure to communicate that and let people know around you. Say, hey, I'd like to maybe go on a nature walk. And there's a lot of places, especially if you're here in San Diego. If you're here in California, there's a lot of places. But I'll tell you what, I've been all over the country, and there are places everywhere where you can get out and explore and see really cool stuff that you would never see if you were indoors all the time. So we went on a little hike today. Let's get ready. Maybe I could do the breathing motto unless you guys had somebody in mind for it. I'm coming back down here by this
That
cool.
sounds good, Gazan.
Okay. I'm going to come back down here by the tree with the roots. I think that's the coolest thing we've seen on the hike. And here it is again. There's the lagoon in the background. And here's the tree with the roots. And here's the other side of the tree. And you can see some roots, but not really as many roots as the other side. So kind of neat, everybody. Again, I really like trees. I like watching the forest. You know, it's not moving, it's alive. There's a lot of neat stuff that happens in the forest with the rabbits and the chipmunks and the deer and the birds. It can just be a whole lot of fun. So let's go ahead and have a sip of water. I'm getting my water out here. Look at that trail behind me, everybody. Look how we just went up that. We went up that trail and then came back down. And a little bit of water. There we go. Everybody, remember on Wednesday, we'll do another workout at 11 o'clock. And we'll see. We're not sure where we're going to be for that one. Probably out in the community again, doing a workout from somewhere out, maybe close by even where you are. So let's be ready for that. And here we go. Let's get the breathing motto going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. And breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. And breathe out the worst. And breathe in your power. So you reach your goals first. Nice job, everybody. If you had a goal today to hike up this mountain, we did it. We achieved that goal. And I hope you had a fun workout and being out at the park. Maybe when it cools down later today, you can get out to the park yourself. So everybody have a wonderful, wonderful workout, a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day after the workout. Let's get Nick up here to give us the countdown. Nick, we'll get you unmuted here in a second. And again, everybody, thank you for being here on this awesome Monday workout. This is how we kick off our week, working out, having fun, getting our minds and our bodies connected, and getting even today like a little bit connected with nature, which is just super, super duper important.
Oh, yeah.
We got you on here, Nick.
Yep.
Give us the countdown, buddy. Take us away.
And here we go. What do you want? What they do, Don?
All right.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Have a
everyone.
great day.
Do